So the Giants were able to pull it off again yesterday in Philadelphia. They ended up winning 10-4. After giving up 3 runs in the first, the Giants responded in the very next inning. They scored 6 runs and they never gave the lead back after that. The final score ended up being 10-4. Tyler Fitzgerald kind of broke out. Willie hit his first homer. Yastrzemski hit a homer. It was a good all-around game for the offense. But one thing that kind of stood out to me was Landon Roop. He obviously had a pretty shaky first inning. He gave up 3 runs. But then after that, in a very hitter-friendly park as Philadelphia against that great Phillies team, he gave up 1 run in the next 4 innings. And he threw like over 30 pitches, I believe, in that first inning. And the fact that he was still able to go 5 innings is it's very valuable, by the way. Bob Melvin kind of let him get up there and pitch count. He threw like, I think, around 100 pitches, if not exactly 100 maybe, I'm not sure. But Landon Roop, I really like what I've seen from him. I liked what I saw yesterday. The first inning obviously was pretty rough, but he's got those 2 pitches. He's got his sinker and he's got his curve. That curve is filthy. That sinker, not so much. He kind of is still working on it. He's got a sinker and a cutter. Those are his 2 like fastball pitches. He throws the sinker a majority of the time. It's only a 93-mile-an-hour pitch, but it doesn't look that effective. I'm looking at it right now, and that's because the hot zones, I'll pull it up on the screen right now, but it shows he's mostly throwing that sinker right down the middle. I guess it's just pitch has so much movement. If you've seen the games, you'll see how much his sinker moves. It's kind of insane. And I think hitters just know it's going to end up being down the middle despite how much it moves. So if he could start to locate that sinker a little better, he could be a lot more effective, which I think he will be. This is his first season as a starter, and he's definitely a very good 5-starter. So, and then one thing I wanted to talk about, the whole point of this video, I just wanted to make it a pretty quick video. But I think the Giants have a very good rotation for the future. Maybe I'm tripping, but I don't think I am. I know I'm a Giants fan. I'm biased, obviously, but let's talk about it. You have Logan Webb, number 1, and then 2 and 3 interchangeable. You have Hayden Birdsong and Landon Roop. Obviously 4 or 5, we can get into that later, whatever. Logan Webb, we could talk about him first. He's going to give you 200 innings every season. He might never win a Cy Young in his career, but he doesn't need to because his ERA is going to be in the high 2s, low 3s every season. We know what we're going to get from him. And I think if the money's right, they'll keep him in San Francisco. He's a NorCal guy, grew up in Rockland. He was an A's fan, but I know if the money's right, he would definitely stay in the organization. And then as for Landon Roop and Hayden Birdsong, they're both under team control for several more years. I don't know when exactly, but 5 or 6 more years till they hit the free agent market. Hayden Birdsong has been absolutely ridiculous out of the bullpen this season. Has not given up a run yet. I think he's only pitched like 9 innings, but he's going to start at some point this season, if I had to guess. Whether that takes being moved to the bullpen. Verlander, they might get tired of him. Someone might go down in the rotation. I don't know what the reason will be, but I think Hayden Birdsong will eventually be a starter this season. He's been dominant out of the bullpen. I think him and Roop both deserve spots in the rotation. But it's like, who do you take out? You know what I mean? So I don't really blame them for not putting Birdsong in a rotation right away. But Roop has been solid. He obviously isn't getting the results that we all want or he wants yet, but it's a long season. It'll come. He's got the stuff to do it. So then those are your 3 guys front of the rotation for the next however many years. And then you have the 4 or 5 spots you can do whatever there. I feel like rotations nowadays, you look at the Seattle Mariners, I'm pulling it up right now, and their rotation is just absolutely ridiculous. Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Logan Gilbert, Bryce Miller, and Brian Wu. That's the standard, you know what I mean? Luis Castillo, the only one acquired via trade, I believe. Maybe. As far as I know. The rest of these guys have only played for the Mariners and the Mariners only. They also have Matt Brash, who is a relief pitcher, I guess. And the reason I'm bringing the Mariners into this is because they have, obviously, I think, the best rotation in baseball. You want to build a rotation like that if you're the GM. I think you got the 3 guys for the future, Webb, Birdsong, Roop. And then some candidates for the 4 or 5 spots. You have Carson Whisenhunt, the Giants' number 2 prospect right now in the organization, just behind Bryce Eldridge. He is currently in AAA right now. We could see him this year, but it'll probably take a lot just because the Giants' rotation is already pretty good as it is. And then also don't forget about Kyle Harrison. I mean, I've kind of forgot about him. I don't know, man. He was a top 100 prospect. One point, he was the best left-handed pitching prospect in all of baseball. That obviously is not the case anymore. Him and Marco Luciano were kind of like similar. They're kind of both trying to get it together in AAA right now, and they really are struggling to start the season. But yeah, for the 4 or 5 spots, I think it's going to be one of Harrison or Whisenhunt. And then for the 5 spot, it could be someone via trade, it could be someone via free agency, or they could They have Jordan Hicks under contract for the next 2 seasons after this one, so it could be him. It might be stuck with him, and he's been pretty solid so far anyways. But yeah, I think really, if that's your rotation in the next few years, I feel like that could be one of the best rotations in baseball. Logan Webb, Cy Young candidate every year. Hayden Birdsong, filthy, huge upside, hasn't given up a run this season. Landon Roop, I think he's going to be amazing. I think you guys will see that very soon. I'm sure there's some people out there who probably agree with me. And then Whisenhunt and Harrison, I think one of them can be I don't know about the same level as those 3 other guys, but I think they could definitely be a rotation guy, homegrown. Then the 5-starter, Jordan Hicks or somebody else, be a trade or free agency. But I really like that rotation. I feel like going into this season, the rotation was kind of like the scariest part of the team. But now that the season's like underway and everything, and you're kind of like looking at the rotation, it's like, okay, this rotation is actually pretty solid. You got Logan Webb, obviously we just talked about him all video. Justin Verlander, he's pretty washed. He's not the best. He's probably going to be done midseason. Robbie Ray has actually been pretty solid to start the season. And Landon Roop, who we talked about, and Jordan Hicks, who has been solid outside of that start in New York he just had. Overall, I think the Giants rotation is set up for success this year and beyond with the core of young pitchers they have. Let me know if you guys agree. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. Just let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.